All right. Blasted some arms today. One last warm-up set. Then we'll get into the monster sets.
All right, guys. It's Friday. We got an arm video here, blasting some arms. This is just a quick warm-up. I believe it's the last warm-up set before we get into those monster sets. Yeah. Pretty standard arm day today. Although I had almost no energy. Today was probably the last day of the cut of the trying to be in the severe caloric deficit. After this workout, I went down to Fanny's breakfast burritos down in Redondo on Avenue C. And I got 3 breakfast burritos and absolutely hammered them before I even got home. And that'll probably that'll be it for the diet, the hardcore diet. I'm just putting on some Blade here, by the way. I just put on Talk to Me Nice on repeat for the entire workout. Shout out Blade, lady. But yeah, so that'll be it. I also took off cardio today. Said I'm good off cardio, busy.
Quick set of triceps in here.
Going forward though,
Get the pump going through the whole
I'll probably do cardio tomorrow, just a quick cardio session. 40 minutes, maybe 30. I should get 30 minutes in the morning. And then Sunday off, completely off. But I mean, Saturday night walk, Sunday night walk as well. But starting Monday, I'll probably just increase my calories to a slight surplus. Maybe 500 calories surplus. While still doing cardio, at least 30 minutes of cardio on the treadmill after a workout. Because when you come out of a hardcore diet like this, a real shred, you gotta do a little reverse diet. You cannot just start, as much as I want to, man. I could blow up. I stepped on the scale and it said I was 177.4 today. Dude, I could blow up to 200 pounds in 72 hours for sure. It would be that easy, man. Just go hammer in and out. Just go hammer some pizza, dude. It'd be so easy. Just all kinds of water. It'd be so easy. So for the rest of this month of August, I'm going to try and stay. I would really like to stay under, go no higher than 185. No higher than 185. Realistically, 184. Probably more like 184. If I got higher than 184, that's not really. I'm gaining weight too quickly. Because after this month of August, I'm going to be taking a whole month off from the gym, from lifting. If you're a natural lifter, and you've been training for a year straight, you can probably take a month off. I mean, at my advanced stage that I'm at right now, if I could seriously, I don't want to say I could take 2 months off, but I could take 6 weeks off if I really wanted to. Just because you've been training so hard and it's so taxing on the body. 4 weeks is not going to be a problem. In those 4 weeks, I'm hoping to just be streaming, absolutely hammering the streams. Maybe put out some other videos. I don't know. Maybe some nutrition videos. And I'm really going to start trying to hammer this Peat diet, getting the full Peat. I mean, you can say I'm doing the Peat diet right now, but I don't think being in this low of a caloric deficit, it's definitely not Peat. But definitely going to be hammering that and be trying to put out information and the data of my input and my output of what I'm doing, what I'm eating, drinking, yada, yada, yada.
You're good.
So that'll be cool. That should be fun.
Oh, man.
It's going to be nice to start eating again, dude. It's going to be so nice to start eating again. What else we got going on here? These monster sets, man. If you've never done them, these monsters, you gotta. These are like the only thing that I think that have grown my arms significantly. The traditional like 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps with like 2 or 3 reps in reserve somewhere around there. It's just I just don't think it cuts it. You got to be absolutely redlining the engine. You got to be hammering the muscle with the most amount of load and tension you can possibly put on the muscle, man, if you want growth. I would for sure say that in specifically this past year, I've been focusing on my arms, like hyper focus on my arms. That's great tension. Hyper focus on my arms. Try and grow them. My arms were a weak point. I would for sure say, like, especially my biceps. They're not like the peakiest biceps, and they're pretty short insertions. Triceps aren't terrible, but definitely the biceps. Really wanted to hammer them this past year, and these monster sets, these monster drop sets of these burnouts to the heavy negatives, drop sets, and then with the rest pause, just absolutely explode the arms, man. Just explode the arms. Another thing that I think is extremely important and what I'm going to start hammering on every single time here, on these voiceovers, quitting your job is Ray Peat. Ray Peat, the philosophy behind Ray Peat is also about lowering your overall stress and lowering your cortisol, man. You cannot be having a normal job, a normal 9 to 5 job, dude. Quit. That's too much stress. It's too much cortisol. You're ruining your health for absolutely nothing, man. Quit your job immediately, and yeah, just try and start making money on the internet and staying at home and not having to do a real 9 to 5 job, man. Just you got to start thinking outside of the box of trying to get financially independent. Coming from me, someone like me who is extremely financially independent, the biggest flex is not having a Porsche GT3 RS, okay? That's not the biggest flex. Or having, some stupid watch that can't even stay on the time. It's got to be set. Okay. The biggest flex is not having a job. The biggest flex you can have is going down to the beach on a Tuesday from noon to 3 o'clock and catching 11 UVs for 3 hours in the middle of the day, man. That's the biggest flex. You got to start trying to find ways to make money alternatively. There was a good tweet I saw today that was talking about how millennials are probably the last generation that are going to have some sort of normal life. Because someone tweeted out, if you lose your job, you'll probably never find another job. And I actually kind of agree with that. Now, there are some jobs that I do not think are really going to go away as quickly. But for a lot of the middle management, we'll call them babysitting jobs, the corporate management babysitting jobs where you go to the office from 9 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever it is. Those are going to be gone. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be in, 2 years, but 5, 10 years, man. It's a lot of it is going to be automated. A lot of it's going to be AI. A lot of it. I also just saw in, I believe it was in British Columbia, or it could have been in just the city of Vancouver. I can't remember. It was somewhere in Canada. They're already talking about passing the universal basic income coming in. It's in the early stages. However, if something like that were to ever happen, first of all, if any of my huge fan base out there, my huge 15 subscribers, shout out. If any of you guys are in that area or in Canada and the basic universal basic income gets passed, brother, you just got to start taking it and hammering Bitcoin. You got to live on the streets. You got to live in your car, live with your parents, live with your friends, whoever, and just start hammering the money into Bitcoin. Just Bitcoin maximize the free handouts. That's what you got to do. But you got to find ways to start making money. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, if you lose your job, you'll probably never. There's a good chance you'll never get another one again. And the millennial generation are like the last group of the cohort of people in our society that are gonna have like the most normal like work day or jobs and job security. The Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, their work life is not going to be being able to just get a job, just going out and finding a job. One of the areas I don't think that will be taken over as quickly are trade jobs. You know, your electrician, your plumber, your general contractor, your concrete guys, stuff like that. I think will be like the last to go, just because it requires so much manual labor. And I really don't think the AI robot takeover is going to be coming as soon as possible. I mean, first of all, if you look at the Boston Dynamics robots, I think they've been passed around from parent company to parent company. Like if you look who's owned Boston Dynamics, they've had like 5-6 different owners, something ridiculous like that, because it's like a fairy wonderland proof of concept company. Like there's going to be no actual Boston Dynamic robots that are going to be in your house. I mean, if they do come, it's going to be used by the military and the federal government. The average consumer,
Hearing some triceps now.
the average person, they're not going to give you the technology. Like it's just you're not going to get it. I mean, it's the same thing with like real AI. The AI we're getting with ChatGPT and Grok, that's like man, that's like Legos, like ABC level. You're eating crayons type of AI. The real AI that the federal government has, it would cost you like $1 billion to use their level of AI that they already have. That's just the way it goes. But it was back to the tweet. So quitting your job is repeat, and lowering your cortisol, lowering your stress, that's repeat. So therefore, you got to quit the job. But yeah, dude, it is a really interesting thought that I just thought it was a very crazy tweet, very poignant, that if you lose your job, you can never you may never get another one. Yeah, it's crazy because I really do think it's spot on for a majority of people. Because the universal, whether you like it or not, the universal basic income is coming. It's coming. And I mean, everything in our society right now is set up to just basically distract you from doing anything. Distract you from going on some sort of adventure. I forget what book it is. I think it's Brave New World. I can't remember, but gosh, what's his name, dude? Bertrand Russell. Okay, Bertrand Russell, who is the mentor of Wittgenstein. Okay, Bertrand Russell in his Brave New World. If you haven't read the book, you should pick it up, or at least buy a copy, because you may not be able to get a copy soon in the future.
Those negatives are crazy.
Or watch.
Man.
I know there's a lot of lectures on YouTube about the book Brave New World. I'm pretty sure the Jay Dyer's got some pretty good stuff on Brave New World. But anyway, in the future they talk about limiting like just imagination and I mean just reading alone, reading books or basically just thinking, having time to even think. They want to limit it. Why? Because the human spirit is an adventurous spirit, and it's a very Faustian, like striving, a ceaseless striving of conquering and creation, and they want that to go away. So that's basically everything we've been given now is basically a pacifier to incapacitate your desire to be generative, to be creative, to go on any sort of risk-taking adventure.
Dude.
And you got to find a way right
Just set
now
on
to
the other
start
side so we get the
looking
plug on again.
to possess a skill that's not going to be affected by the AI. By the AI like takeover basically. And if not, you got to find a way to use and manipulate AI to your benefit to generate some sort of revenue, however that may be. And I just do not see having a 9 to 5 in any way, shape, or form as being a good solution to any of your problems. I mean, honestly, the only 9 to 5 that I've really thought about at this point, seriously, at this point that I have thought about is like working at like a pizza parlor. Not even owning my own like pizza joint, but like just working at one. But even then, dude, it's like just for fun. That just sounds like fun to me. Because everything else sounds miserable and awful. And I don't think like owning my own pizza joint or something like that. It's too much work, man. It's too much work, too much stress, too much cortisol being raised. That's just not the point of what we're supposed to be doing. Gosh, so many. Because I also saw another tweet the other day that someone was bragging about working 60 hours a week, or working. The top 1% of earners or the top 1% of people in America are working, 60, maybe even 75 hours a week. And it's like, man,
heavy negatives with a bunch of drop sets, dude, or your triceps.
the society we live in, the empire we live in, where we value
blow you up,
where we value productivity and working so many hours to barely even get ahead, is seriously, I think, the most spiritually poor empire in the history of the world, man. I mean, seriously, if you think about it, what society, what empire has ever tracked the amount of hours that they worked? Seriously. I mean, it's just seriously asinine. When you're doing something like that, man, you're really just you're wasting your you're wasting your potential, seriously. Now I know that not everyone can just be out here frolicking in the meadows all day. I understand that. And when I say something like the trades aren't going to go away, I understand that you got to put in the hours. But the fact that that our society places so much value and emphasis on working hours, and that the fact that they're also increasing to where you have no free time, to where you have no leisure time, that's part of the warfare to make you not to crush your creativity and to crush your the creative spirit and your generative spirit, that you could be producing something on your own. That's really what I think it is when it comes down to it, when people start talking about putting in all these hours, dude. Because it's like, how even if you let's say you put in all those hours and you're in the top 1%. It's like, great, you now have this fiat money, this money which is your energy and your lifeblood. Okay, that's what money is. It's a store of value. It's a store of your energy, of your physical lifeblood, that you have done something and now it's being stored. Okay. And the dollar that we're using it's absolutely worthless. It only gets less and less valued over time. So when you're making this money, it's like, congratulations, you now have something that's absolutely worthless. I mean, that's why Bitcoin is, seriously, guys, I feel like everyone in this generation, in the Gen Z, Gen Alpha generation, is really on top of the Bitcoin. You got to hammer it as much as possible. That's the only way out of, like, the quote unquote rat race. It's the only thing you'll ever be able to quote unquote own. But I mean, you're in the top 1% and you have, you're being compensated. You're being given a store of value that's absolutely worthless. It doesn't store any value whatsoever. So now your generative energy, your creative lifeblood that you've put in years of work into to cultivating a skill that you're being compensated for, is now being devalued. It's gone. It's basically becoming worthless. And on top of that, you have no leisure time. You have no free time to do anything. And that's not the point. That's absolutely not the point of what we're supposed to be doing, dude. And there's, like I said, the greatest empires that have ever, the greatest empires that have thrived have never been based on working constantly. I mean, that's just absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane. And it goes back to a little bit about, I went on a little mini rant on one of my videos this week about the de-beautification of things. It's all tied in, and it all works together about
I'm gonna go over to the tricep extension.
Yeah, it all ties in and works together. It's warfare on your aesthetic intelligence of what beauty is, and it's a warfare on your time, on your lifeblood, to be having a serious 9-to-5 job, man. I mean, seriously, like, if you're working so much, how do you have time to do anything, to worry about anything, or to care about anything? I mean, it's all compiled on top of you, and to make you not, get up and go do something about your current situation, because you're just so tired and you're so stressed and you're so worried and your cortisol is so high and you have so much inflammation going on in your body, that all you want to do is you just want to have a 2-hour break after your work, go to sleep, and in those 2 hours you just want to absolutely turn your brain off. So it's like a pacification and dullification of your energy, of your resources, and of your spirit, man. So you really gotta find a way to quit your job, live with your parents, live with your grandparents for as long as possible, as long as they let you, man.
Probably only do 2 hours. Probably my last one then.
And again, start trying to find a way to make money off the internet, by putting in as many hours as possible, and start stacking the Bitcoin. Just absolutely hammer the Bitcoin. That's going to be the best outcome. I don't see in any way, shape, or form how you get out of the rat race by getting a $65,000 entry level job and working your way up to a maximum $120,000 job, and how you're going to get out of that, how you're going to get out of this rat race anytime soon. You're going to be stuck in it. The only way to win is to not play the game, man.
All right, I'll probably only do 2 sets of this.
So you got to get creative. You got to do something, man.
In the posing room.
If you already have a skill, I suggest live streaming.
Maybe 2 sets.
Whatever you do.
Real quick of just a pump.
If it were
With some
up to
dips,
me,
probably,
if
and
I
some
could do it, I would be
cheater
live
curls.
streaming my workouts. However, that seems like a logistical nightmare right now. Once I get the funds, I'm going to try and see if I can start doing it, because the camera I have has the ability to live stream, but I just don't know about the internet situation. I would have to have some sort of Starlink internet to support it. I don't know if it would be, good enough internet to be streaming this high quality of footage. But ultimately that's the
Only one more
ultimate
of
goal,
that.
is to be streaming this. That would be the best, to be streaming this. That'd be great. So that's just my my take today on being unemployed.
Still have. I got 40 minutes of cardio on the treadmill.
What
after
else? I hope you guys enjoyed the arm day today, with me just yapping, going on this rant. Yeah, get unemployed. I have posing coming up here.
All right,
I hope you
last
guys
set
like
here.
the posing. I'm going to try
We'll
and
be
start
doing posing
posting on
then.
Twitter as much as possible too. I got to get the YouTube shorts, the TikToks, the Instagram reels going, and start hammering the Instagram accounts. Yeah, and hopefully too, maybe I can do some different streams too when I take this month off of lifting coming up. Maybe I can do some
Shit.
I don't know,
That's it.
just maybe some random streams, just some chill streams. Doesn't necessarily have to be gaming. Streaming maybe multiple times a day. But yeah, crazy pump here, crazy tricep pump, nasty. And again, guys, the physique here is achievable naturally. Does it take a long time? Yeah, sure, but it's the physique is achievable naturally, man. So I hope everyone out there is staying natural. I hope everyone out there is ready PEAT-MAXXING, unemployment maxing, job maxing, no job maxing. Hope you guys are doing well this weekend, and yeah, see you next week. I think I'm gonna have another video come out maybe Sunday. I haven't posted my back workout. It keeps getting deleted off my DaVinci Resolve, so I gotta edit that and redo that. So maybe I'll have another one come out Sunday or another one come out Monday. But if not, I'll see you guys next week. And yep, peace.